Women always want equality until they get treated like a man. Got a banger from Sigma Trace. Let's get straight into it.
No!
Ooh.
What?
Jennifer Gilbo riding in Shoel Mahmoud's car when out of nowhere she appears to snap, lunging at the Uber driver, dousing him with pepper spray. Shoel picked up Jennifer and a friend on West 46th Street, but when they got to 65th and Lex, things quickly went south early Wednesday morning.
What?
Shoel insists he hadn't said a word to the ladies. The other passenger appears just as stunned.
Done what?
Repeatedly asking her friend why she was doing this, Jennifer would only say,
Get him out.
get him out. In the first few seconds, Shoel tells me he tried to get out, but his seatbelt was on. Police did arrest Jennifer. She's charged with assault and now has a lawyer who at this point is not commenting.
Justice has been served.
Outside of that is unreal. Imagine getting in an Uber and then getting pepper sprayed that night. Brother, man. Have you ever got... chat, let me know in the comments. Have you ever been maced? You ever been pepper sprayed? Getting pepper sprayed that close to your eyes would hurt so bad. So bad. I accidentally, like in high school, I was playing with a buddy's bear mace. I was like, oh, cool, bear mace. And I was playing around with it, and then I was stupid enough to rub my eyes. I was stuck under the sink for the next 10 minutes, rinsing my eyeball out. Some of the worst pain ever. For somebody to be that close, she should 100% get arrested for assault. Chat, put a 1 in the chat if you think she should be arrested for assault. 100%. 100%. And I think her punishment should be she gets sprayed with mace in her eyes. They want equality, right?
That is only dangerous because of men, which is true. Statistically, violence, men.
But that isn't true. Let's get to the root cause of things. Manipulation happens when you focus on the effects and you don't go to the cause. So the root of it is that without a man and you were just here, you would have been eaten by a lion, a tiger, and bear. And guess what? If the lions and tigers and bears didn't get you, you wouldn't have the ability to gather enough calories for you to last. Because a woman can't manipulate the world how a man can. So let me explain to you how a world would operate with only women and only men. When men get together, we know, oh, he's stronger here, he has this skill here, he got this. Let the best person work this skill, and that creates a hierarchy from top down. When a women get together, what you think about, you're all emotional. So you're tiptoeing all the time, and you're looking at the sensitivity levels in this woman and that woman because you know that you are sensitive. So what you do is you start looking at everything in an egalitarian sense to equalize everything. You get two, you get two, you get two, you get two. The men don't operate like that. Did you do enough to get two? If you ain't do enough, you're not getting to. You get 0. Put in that work and then you get that. This is why on the Survival series, men, they was cleaning water fast, building fires fast, because they created that hierarchy. They put the best person in position first. The women, they was trying to do everything equal and by committee, so they couldn't create any order and any structure. The world wouldn't be safer without men. Nature killed more people than any wars and anything you could never imagine. And men, we built infrastructure to protect the woman from nature.
Facts. He's referencing the show The Island with Bear Grylls. Very good show. By like the first week on that show, the women were like getting dysentery, having kidney failure by week 2. The producers were like, ladies, we're going to have to end the show for you guys. You guys are going to have to go home. You're having kidney failure. These women were so silly. And I'm going to say silly instead of another word.
Stupid.
They give them two gaskets, like 2 big cans, right? For water, right? You guys can have one that's for water, the other one you can go put other things in. If you want to put water in it, great. You can boil one and then have the other one that's ready, something like that. These women have one of their gaskets. They find some food. They finally get a pig, which it seems like they tied the pig down and I don't know, it seems like the producers did something fishy and tied it down so they catch a little baby pig. They cut it up, they grill it, they cook it, and then all the meat they don't cook, they put in this can, this water can, and then bury it under the sand. And then they dig it back up. They bury it under the sand because they think, oh, the temperature's cooler, so it'll stay refrigerated.
Stupid.
They dig it up, and then they open it up, and it's just rotten meat. Like, duh, what did you think? And then also to his other point, men create hierarchies. Marquette Devon talked about this on the Fresh and Fit podcast. I can't remember the exact clip, but basically somebody wrote a book about boys that are left to unstructured play create hierarchies. And then when conflict comes up, the captain helps, conflict resolution, and the boys continue the game. When girls are left to unstructured play, they don't create hierarchies, they don't create any sort of structure, so then when conflict comes up, they just end the game. That's just how you ladies are. We're just built different, and that's okay.
Entitlement at its finest. Jennifer Gilbo, 23 years old, thinks it's perfectly fine to pepper spray an Uber driver just because she didn't like the color of his skin.
Oh, it was racially charged? Oh, Lord.
Her excuse? He's brown. That's right.
Ooh.
She took it upon herself to treat a hard-working man like garbage just because she didn't feel like being decent.
That's crazy.
And you know what's truly terrifying? This isn't an isolated incident. This is the result of a culture that gives people like Jennifer the idea that they're entitled to treat others however they want without any repercussions. She didn't like the way the guy looked, so she thought it was perfectly acceptable to go full-on Karen with some chemical warfare.
She probably thought she was going to get away with it, too.
Classy. Now let's really chew on that for a second. Imagine if the roles were reversed. If the Uber driver had pepper sprayed Jennifer for her behavior, we'd have riots, hashtags, and 24/7 news coverage, all about how he should be locked up for life. But when
she's like holding him, too.
the tables are turned, the woke crowd would probably make excuses, write it off as some symptom of societal stress, or spin it into a race discussion. The hypocrisy is staggering. These are the same people who scream about social justice, yet in practice, they're the first to make excuses for their own toxic, entitled actions. It's like they're allergic to accountability.
Oh, they 100% are.
Oh my God, you're an idiot. You're a legitimate.
You're listening to the argument that led to the firing of one of Dallas County's assistant district attorneys.
I'm asking you politely to please step out of my vehicle.
No, because now I'm pissed the off.
Uber driver Sean Platt says he was driving Texas lawyer Jody Warner home from this bar Friday night when she became upset about directions and began threatening him.
You're so stupid, I want the cops to come so that they can you up.
She kept saying she was assistant DA. She said, who are they going to believe, you or me? So I said, you know what, you're kind of right. So I took out my phone and I recorded it.
He says he pulled over and asked her to get out
Smart guy.
of the car. When she refused, he called the police.
She actually hit me. It was not how I expected my night to go. Ma'am, please.
No, man, please. Dude, everything's being recorded. I'm an assistant district attorney, so shut the up. I think this might be kidnapping right now, actually.
When the cops arrived, Platt says he declined to press charges.
I'm used to dealing with drunk passengers on a consistent basis.
Bro, when I was in Austin, I used to drive Uber. Bro, it's really difficult to drive Uber at night because the women, especially, are very disrespectful. They will straight clown you just because you're an Uber driver. It's like, bro, I'm out here hustling, trying to get this money.
And let's be honest, women have their dark side too. We act like they're all fragile angels, but reality check. Women can be just as aggressive, violent, and downright nasty as men. Go talk to any doorman who worked in the 80s, 90s, or early 2000s in England. He'll tell you stories that'll make your jaw drop. Drunk women throwing punches, spitting in faces, screaming at anyone in sight. And when they're asked about their behavior, oh, they're always the victim. The damsel in distress routine falls apart real quick when you realize that some women know exactly how to use their gender as a shield, but they sure don't mind swinging a fist when the mood strikes. So yeah, Jennifer's behavior? Not surprising at all. She's just the latest example of a generation convinced that they can do whatever they want without consequences, all while playing the victim when things go south. And when the rest of us call out this absurdity, we're the ones labeled as judgmental. But look around. This pattern is spreading and it's ugly. The funniest part of all this? The ongoing farce that somehow men are the more violent sex just because of imprisonment stats. What a joke. Sure, men are the ones filling up the prison cells, but let's not kid ourselves. Women can cross some seriously messed up lines and walk away with a slap on the wrist. Case in point, female teachers sleeping with students. The punishment for them? Probation? Maybe a little community service? But let a man even think about doing the same, and he's going to prison for years, have his name dragged through the mud, and be branded a sex offender for the rest of his life. That's equality, right? Let's not forget how things used to work either. Back when there were no cameras, women could pretty much get away with anything. Throw the first punch? No problem. It was still the guy getting carted off in cuffs if he dared to defend himself. Why? Because in society's eyes, a woman's word was gospel, and the man was just the brute who must have done something wrong. No jury was going to believe the guy when he said he was just reacting. Women could spin any story they wanted, and guess what? They usually got away with it.
Facts. Men always have to be more mature. I was talking to Cass last night. We were watching a show. It was like Love After Lockup. Bro, if you guys have not seen that show, it is hilarious. It's basically people that become pen pals with prisoners, and then afterwards they date them. It's so toxic. It's hilarious. But we were talking about all the men that were getting out, or even the men that were dating the women that were in, that were locked up, because it was both. Some men were in the free world dating women that were locked up and vice versa. But it was always the men bringing flowers, the men bringing chocolates, the men doing the courting. I was like, babe, do you actually believe that men are the true romantics? She was like, oh yeah, 100%. I was like, God, I love you. You're so freaking based. But it's mainly because navigating the dating scene can be absolutely brutal, but so can dealing with the aftermath of an accident. Have you ever been involved in a personal injury case? Over the years as an image consultant, I've worked with many clients recovering from workplace accidents, car accidents, and more. And I was actually shocked to learn how often people lose their personal injury cases. That's why I want to talk about Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. They specialize in a wide variety of personal injury cases, and they've won thousands of big cases. And if you end up working with them, they're going to fight for the money that you deserve. Just recently, Morgan & Morgan solidified verdicts in Florida of $12 million and $26 million in Philly. That's up to 40 times the highest insurance offer. And I'm telling you, your case could be worth millions. If you've been injured in an accident, don't wait. You can go visit www.forthepeople.com/Levi, found in the description below, to start your free claim today. Y'all know what time it is. Can we get some freeze in the chat? Poor flavor. Loki. He's locked in. Loki. Free. Good boy. That one actually is that's a slab right there. Big old slab of that jerk. Look at him. He's loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. He's crushing it. With the Loki cam. Golly. Just watching him eat makes me hungry, dude. You guys ever, do y'all eat jerky? What's your favorite brand of jerky? There's a brand that's made here in Texas. It's called, I think maybe it's Oklahoma. It's called Hard Times Beef Jerky. Some of the best beef jerky I've ever had. It's on Amazon. You guys should try it. Hard Times Beef Jerky. But I'm a huge beef jerky guy. Absolutely love it. Let's get into the Discord, see what you guys got.
Hypothetically, say you had a child and they were a female, right? Mm-hmm. At what age would you teach them that showing their body is empowering?
I would teach them at all ages to be comfortable with who they are and how they go about doing that. I'm not going to judge them.
Okay, if they came to you and said, Mom, your pictures online, I just found them on accident. Some kid in the class actually brought them up in class. Mm-hmm. That harms me. Are you going to listen, or are you going to say, oh, sweetheart, you just don't understand. I'm empowered?
I would say that those pictures are how I chose to express myself. I have sensual photos online that do go along with my poetry.
You are declared a Muslim, right? That's what you say.
Yeah.
You're saying that your own kid's opinion, saying this is wrong, I don't like this, Mommy, is actually, it takes precedent over your own God's view of it.
No, because I've never had a direct conversation with the law about my Instagram.
So you've never had a direct conversation that Islam is true either from Allah?
How would you know that?
What do you mean? When did Allah tell you Islam, you choose Islam?
I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, exactly.
Stupid.
Oh my Lord.
She's a runner, she's a track star.
Imagine being Muslim and selling your balloon knot on frickin' OnlyFans. Are you kidding me? Are these women for real? They think they can just like... It actually coincides with my poetry. As I was getting my back blowneth. Like what? How does your poetry coincide with your balloon knot? With your tuchus, your chili ring? Come on, bro. Come on.
It turns out I actually may be the problem.
Yes. We need more of this realization. We need more of this.
I've been on 3 dates with this guy, and he is perfect. He is a doctor. He is attractive. He is 6'4". And he likes me, and he's from the South, and he has this cute little accent, but he has all the same beliefs in me, and we agree on everything, and I am not into him at all. At all. Not even a little bit. Don't.
They like that toxicity. Toxicity in your city, in your city.
Stupid.
These women want to know that you give them that rise, that little dopamine hit, that little oxytocin jump and skip. These women don't want men that are good for them. These women want men that are going to sabotage their lives.
Shots fired.
They want men that are horrible for them because they want that rise. They want that fight. They want the toxicity. 6'4" doctor from the South, and you're saying he ain't good enough for you? Boy, come on now.
Don't even care. Not even a little bit. 3 dates, and I was like, all right, I gotta cut this man off because now it's like I can't keep leading him on, and I can't keep going through this. I don't like him. It might be me because on paper, this man is everything. On paper, this man is perfect, and I am not into it. I'm just not. He's too nice. I don't know. I don't know. It may be me. I may be the problem.
You 100% are the problem. If you're failed relationship after failed relationship, or there's guy after guy after guy after guy you're meeting, and they're all just not good enough for you, they're just not good enough for me. For real though, my dildo, you're the problem. You got to think, what's the common denominator in all of my failed relationships? Oh, it's me? Well, would you look at that? You're the problem, dude. I think the quicker that women start to realize this, that they're the problem, the better, dude. You ladies could actually probably go find a man if you realize that you're the freaking problem. I saw this one. Somebody put it in the Discord, but I have it on Twitter as well. Diamond bracelet versus anniversary dinner, expectations and reality.
Sorry, how many carats is this?
How many carats is this? What do I look like, Bugs Bunny?
Sorry, how many carats is this?
Oh, what do you mean how many carats is that?
I don't know, it just doesn't seem to be that many.
What do you mean?
Bro, baby girl, you look like Lord Farquaad.
Shots fired.
You're not the one to be making demands here.
It doesn't seem to be that many. It's not really that, like, shiny.
It's still a diamond bracelet.
Diamonds?
Yeah, it's diamonds. You wanted a diamond bracelet. I don't know how many carats it is.
It's not really the biggest diamonds
Squidward!
ever. I mean, I can hardly see them.
What do you mean?
Like, how many
Ew. See how crusty her face was?
carats is this?
I don't know, it was a diamond bracelet and it was a decent price, so I just bought it.
Okay, a decent price. That's for our anniversary, your budget.
What do you mean? It was on sale.
It was on the sale. You got me an on the sale diamond bracelet for our anniversary. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Well, it's our anniversary. I would have expected you to make an effort.
I did make an effort. This costs like £1,000 and the bracelet costs like £1,000.
It's our anniversary.
I know it's anniversary. That's why I spent £2,000 on you.
£2,000. That's what I'm worth to you.
What do you mean? What did you get me?
Bro, this is why I always say women are children. They grow old, they never grow up. I hope this man left her. I really do. Chat, put a 1 in the chat. Would you have left her? Bro, I would have said, sayonara, baby girl, I'm out. I'm out. That's why I love Cass so much. She likes gifts, she really does, but she's more about the sentimental stuff. If I went out of my way and put a lot of effort, she loves it. She absolutely loves it. Like chat, we didn't have to do a big wedding. We went to the courthouse. We did a bigger engagement. If you guys want to see the engagement, it's on my Instagram. You can go watch it. But I did a nicer engagement. I didn't do a big wedding. We didn't really want a big wedding. We went to the courthouse, we got married, we loved each other, so why would it matter if I needed to go out and do a big wedding? Like I always say, dude, the bigger the wedding, the bigger list of bodies she got.
She's a runner, she's a track star.
Because she got to flex on all of her exes. Say, look at me, look how great I am now. I know y'all all beat my back in and realigned my spinal cord, but look how great I am now. The guy I have now is great, right? Isn't he great? A woman that's modest and ain't got a lot of bodies is cool with going to the courthouse. I got a buddy that dated his chick for almost 12 years. 12 years, yes, sir. A baker's 12. Guess what they did? They went to the courthouse. Got her a ring on Brilliant Earth, $1,500. This dude makes a lot of money. Well into the 6 figures. Probably got 6 figures in the bank right now, my age. Younger than me, actually. $1,500 ring. Took her to the courthouse. That's all that it takes. I dated Cass for 7 years and we didn't do a wedding. We did a nice engagement because that's what she wanted. There's women out there that you can find. They're just tough, man. It's not easy to find them. Loki, did you have a good time today? I would love it if you went all the way on your place. I would love that. Well, thank you. God, you're such a good dog. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Go to the LeviNichs.com. I'm just kidding. Just go to www.LeviNichs where you can get the 2 ebooks, the 4 Pillars of Personality and the 4 Steps of Style that make you irresistible to women and respected by men. If you guys want to book a one-on-one chat with me, the link is in the description below. Make sure to book a chat with me. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I will see you guys tomorrow, man. Peace.